So I'm not wearing any makeup today, and the reason for that is that I want to show you guys my dark spots. And if you've noticed on my other videos, you wouldn't be able to tell because I wear a lot of makeup, and that helps cover them a little bit. If you see me in real life, you can still kind of see them, but in videos and stuff like that, they tend to cover really well. I noticed in the last 4 to 5 years, they've gotten a lot worse and bigger. I look back at pictures of when my son was born, which is about 4 or 5 years ago, and my face was virtually not clear, but you could barely even see them. I have always had like these freckles right here, and I was okay with that, but these spots here are getting a lot bigger and bigger. So I thought that I would do something about it. So I finally made an appointment with a skin and laser specialist, and I went to my appointment this morning, and I'm gonna go ahead and, go forth with it and hopefully get some of these dark spots lightened. They did say during the appointment that they won't entirely go away, but they can definitely lighten them so that way it's a lot less prominent on my face, which that's all I can expect from them. So I made my appointment for about 3 weeks away, and in preparation for that, they sent me home with this right here. It says it's an HQ 4% combo emulsion. And so what it's supposed to do is just basically help prep my skin for the laser treatment. So I'll keep you guys updated on how the treatment works, and hopefully I have good results. Okay, so I just got done with my appointment. My spots are darker, and so with the procedure, they put a little bit of like gel on you, and then they cover your eyeballs so that way you're not staring into this really bright light, and then they do the laser on all your spots, or the spots that you want, and it kind of feels like somebody's pinching you, like a little teeny tiny like tweezer is like pinching your skin. So you just have to endure that like over and over and over and over again. So just depending too, because like the spot was really big right here, so it felt like it was a really long time of pinching, but it's bearable. And I've done tattooing on my eyebrows before, so I felt like it was almost like that too, where it is bearable pain, but it still hurts. And so right now my skin is feeling like really raw, almost like you like scraped your knee or something. You know how it kind of stings a little bit? So that's how it feels right now. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the store because I have to get some Aquaphor so that way I can keep the spots moist. And then she also suggested that I do some sort of white vinegar soak, so I'm gonna do that as well, and then get a sunscreen for my face as well. So today is day 1. My redness actually has really gone away. The first day it was like really red, or right after I got it done, it got really red and puffy, but then that subsided really quickly. So right now it's not red, but you can see all the spots that she hit. I was talking to another friend, and she said that when she went for hers, she did it out of the country, and they pretty much hit her whole face. Like she had like little freckles everywhere. But for my treatment, they just hit all the big spots. So today is day 3. And if you could see, I'm starting to peel a little bit. But I noticed on some of the spots, like this area right here, if I take off my glasses, I can't see you guys, but this area right here is starting to peel, and right under it is kind of like a red spot. So I'm sure it's just inflammation. This probably will go away after. But I'm excited to kind of see the results because, it's still a little covered up. But yeah, so day 3. So tomorrow she says I can start wearing makeup again. So I'm excited about that. And right now when I touch them, they don't hurt or anything like that. But on day 1 or 2, even though my redness went away, when I would touch them, they still kind of like irritated a little bit. I'm gonna go do my vinegar soak right now before I have to go anywhere. I do have a couple of jobs. I have to be out in the sun today, so lots of sunscreen and a hat, and hopefully really big glasses, and nobody will look at me. Okay, so today is day 5. I just dropped off my kids at school. There's not really much difference from day 4 to 5. So today I did put on makeup today. These areas right here are the really dark spots, so no matter how much concealer I put on there, it doesn't cover it all the way, but at least I don't look super crazy. So yesterday I did put on some foundation a little bit, but just only for a few hours, and I came home and I took it off right away. But today I did my whole face. I did my foundation, my contour, and my blush and everything. So today when I put on my makeup, I use a blender tool, and I was putting on my foundation and everything like that, and it kind of scraped off some of the really dark areas, and kind of looks like a really weird, like if you were like to burn something on the stove, you know how like, you know, you peel off that little layer of burnt stuff. It kind of looked like that, like a really thin like layer of like pancake or something like that. So yeah, so that happened today. So I think one of the areas that was up here, it kind of like, I kind of put my foundation over and it kind of just like went off. So I guess some of this area is going to be starting to fluff off soon as well. Hopefully I will have a better update in the next few days. Today is day 6. I just got out of the shower, so I still have a little bit of makeup on my face. Okay, so some of the stuff I've already started peeling off, except for this area right here, it hasn't peeled off. I still think I have a little bit of makeup on it too. I haven't put my Aquaphor on it. You feel it, it feels kind of rough. Almost like, somebody explained to me that their treatment felt like sandpaper, and it is kind of like, this little spots do feel like sandpaper. I'm still a little bit worried about this spot right here, because I feel like, just looking at it, I feel like it didn't get any lighter. But then I don't know, it hasn't completely peeled off, so I can't tell. So I looked at some of my before pictures, and I know that there was this big spot right here that seemed to really lighten. That was gone. I know supposedly tomorrow is day 7, and supposedly day 7 is supposed to look like miraculously better, and it's still not great. So today is day 8, and I didn't post yesterday, or I didn't record yesterday, because when I woke up in the morning, my face didn't really change, so I didn't feel like there was an update for you. But I started exfoliating yesterday with my normal, like, regular cleanser, and some of the like scabby parts started like coming off more because I was exfoliating, and I did that again to this last night and then this morning. So I have a better understanding now that most of it has gone away. This area right here, the one that I keep telling you that I'm worried about, a lot of it has peeled off, but it's still, some of that is still stuck there, and there's some areas right here. So I'm gonna wipe everything off, even though I have to go somewhere later, so I have to re-put it back on. But all right, so I don't know if you guys remember my before, but before I had a dark spot right here and right here, like kind of around right here, and those actually have really gone away. This dark spot right here is the one I'm really worried about, and I feel like, you see how it still has some darkness behind it? I feel like I have to go to a second treatment for that one, just to do it again so I can really be like super lightened or not there anymore. And then there's still a spot right here that has not, like a scab is just still there. It won't for some reason go away. Oh, ow, I think I got it. It hurt. That hurt a little bit. Okay, and you see how that dark spot is like still there too? So I mean, I don't know if there's any more healing to do, because I think most of the things I read said that it takes about 7 days. It's already been over 7 days. So, but anyway, I'm gonna give it another couple days, and then I'll follow up with you guys, and I'll show you guys a before and after, so that way you can kind of really see the difference. Because the only thing is, like, yeah, there's still some spots that haven't really scabbed off yet. Okay, so today is day 9, and if you can see, right now it's all the spots are red, so I think those are gonna go away. Okay, so this one right here, that one didn't seem like it totally faded, and this one right here, it seems like a little sparse of it totally didn't fade. So I feel like I do need to go in for another treatment. But if you look at my before and my after, it actually really did like lighten the really, really big spots. So because I remember when I used to put on makeup, you could still see this spot right here. So I feel like now if I put on makeup, you won't be able to see it, which is really nice. All right, so today is day 10 of my laser treatment healing. I went to the Laser and Surgery Skin Center in downtown Sacramento. It's in East Sacramento, and I chose them because of their reviews. They were definitely not the cheapest one. I did call around to a couple of other ones that were cheaper, but I think in situations like this, you shouldn't go with the cheapest option. There is a surgery center down the street from me that does all that stuff, but their reviews weren't that good, and I didn't want to risk, not really liking my results. So yeah, so the cost that I spent was $500. It starts at $400, but it can go up more depending on how much you want to get done. For them, they require that you pay $100, $50 for a consultation before you do any treatments, and that $150 goes towards your treatment. Overall, I am pretty satisfied. I feel like that the really spots that I was really concerned about, like this one right here, lightened up a lot. Looking at my full before and after pictures, they lightened them a lot. You guys can determine for yourself, if this treatment is right for you. And that way, if you have any questions, you guys can message me.